and then I fell.
How? How did you
The
fall?
bike.
How?
That's how I got this.
How did you fall?
OK，开始。
I wonder how I fell. Oh, and I had to crawl back to the
How did you fall? Crawl back
to the
to the hospital.
It was the gas
Husky?
station called Husky.
You crawled to the
Yeah, I freaking like slammed my arm here. From here to here was like entirely bloody.
and you crawled back to the Husky.
Yeah,
Oh.
it like my shirt was so ripped that like I saw shreds of like my shirt on the ground, and I landed. The thing
How did you fall?
Okay, so
OK， tell him the story, Toby.
no.
Hurry up.
Just
开始。
tell me how you fall. You're biking back from your house, from the house.
I was biking back to the house.
And then what happened?
Why are you laughing so hard?
What
I
happened?
almost died.
What happened? What happened?
刚才告我那 story。
Mhm. How did it happen? How did it happen? You can't laugh at your own story.
开始。
No, I'm laughing because she's laughing for so long. It's not even that funny.
So just tell me what happened.
It's not funny.
So you're biking back to the house from the Husky. And then what
Kasi-
happened? Mhm.
Okay, so I was biking, right?
Mhm.
So I had my.
Mom, calm down. Come on. I want to hear the story.
Not even that funny.
I want to hear the story. Just tell me what happened. So you're walking back from you're taking the bike. You're biking back to the house.
You want to hear what I told Mom or
Mhm.
what I actually did?
Well, both. Tell me what you told Mom that made her laugh this hard.
I don't even know why she's laughing at.
What did you say to her?
It's not that funny.
What did you say?
Okay. So I was biking, right?
Mhm.
And I have my hands in my pocket. I'm trying like this, right? And I thought I'd do something cool. And then I flipped upside down, lying my back on the seat, right? So then I'm like this, right?
Oh no.
I use my hands to
Oh no.
turn the pedals while my it was like this.
Why? Why did you do that?
That's why.
That's like asking to fall. That's like asking to fall.
找死那点钟。
Your hands were originally in your pockets? I'm sorry. So what's the real story now?
Okay, so it's not that funny. Okay. So I was going home from the art class, right? And then so it's not that funny.
Let him finish the story.
Why are you laughing so hard?
Oh, what
Okay.
happened?
So, bit of context. There was this part in the road where the sidewalk wasn't completely finished. It was like this, but the opposite. Like this was the concrete, and this was like the mud, and it was sunken down, right?
Mhm.
Like it's one of the street corners.
Yeah.
And then when I was riding my bike,
Mhm.
I thought well, I know how to ride a bike without using my hands on the pedals, right?
Mhm.
And then so I just rode without my hands on the pedals.
The pedals.
And then,
Did you
one-
mean the handlebars?
yeah, the handle. I keep on thinking pedals because of a dumb story I told Mom. Okay. And then we were getting near the edge of a sidewalk, right? Because it was like a windy path that
Mhm.
went out to each
Mhm.
side of a road.
Mhm.
And then you know the part that was sunken?
Mhm.
I didn't notice it.
Mhm.
And when I was going to make a turn to head back, right? Because the art class is here,
Mhm.
and you have to take many turns.
Mhm.
One of the turns, it was so sunken down, but one of the wheels, it was like like this,
Mm-hmm.
and then flipped all the way over.
Mm-hmm.
Handlebar and wheel hit the ground first, and the thing is, the wheel was bent like 90 degrees.
Oh no.
And then I fell forward, right? Because it was like this.
Mm-hmm.
And then I tried to, like instinct, I tried to get myself from hitting my head on the ground, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I landed like this,
Mm-hmm.
skidded across this side first,
Mm-hmm.
on the sidewalk, and then as I turned,
Mm-hmm.
because it was on the corner, right?
Mm-hmm.
They had to like have some angle
Mm-hmm.
for, cause I was turning.
Mm-hmm.
And then I rolled over and then skidded on this side.
Mm-hmm.
And then while I was on this side, all here,
Mm-hmm.
from here to my chest, to my stomach, was like completely bloody. Scabs or like formed in the other days after. From here, all the way down, ribs, right here, and on my arms here.
How old were you?
This was like last year.
Wow.
And then
With
this
no
entire part of the...
This guy is a survivor.
And I wasn't wearing a helmet, so it was partially my fault.
This guy is a survivor.
And my hands dirty. It like ripped my shirt from here to here, all the way down.
Oh no.
And to this day, we still use that shirt as a rag
Oh.
in our house.
And you crawled to...
Yeah, I crawled there.
to
At first, it was like...
you crawled to husky?
It was so painful that I
Why did
didn't
you-
even feel it. Like, I don't know why,
Ruh-roh.
but like, entire here to here was like completely red.
So
From the
how
blood.
did you get home?
And I like
You crawled to husky?
the thing is, there's a red light over there, right?
Yeah.
I had to cross the street.
You crawled.
Yeah, because that's the only place that has a phone. I don't even have a phone. Like, I didn't know if my arm was broken. It was like this. I was like walking like this.
You
My arm was like backwards.
And then the husky saved you?
No, when I got to the entrance, I used the handle to pull myself up. And then I just went in. And then the thing is, she was with a customer, like the person. It was a
You
she,
waited
by the
in
way.
line!
She was she had a customer, so I went by the table. I went by the table, right? And I was like bleeding out slowly. There was like this stool. I sat on it and I just waited.
You waited in line!
And then once the customer, he was like buying batteries or something, so it wasn't that long. I went, and when I asked her, it was like, "Can I borrow the phone?"
You didn't ask her for help! You asked her for phone!
And then she was like, she
Oh my
looked
God.
down. She wasn't even paying attention at first. She just thought it was some kid who wanted to borrow the phone for like a call or something. And then she looked up, saw the blood like dripping down from my elbow onto her counter, and then she was like, "Do you need a Band-Aid?" And
You need a Band-Aid!
I took like 5 of her Band-Aids that day.
You only took 5!
She only had 5. It's not every day that some kid comes in crawling to the husky asking for like Band-Aids. And then she was like, "Do you want me to call the ambulance?" No. And I said, "I just want to call my dad." And then I took the phone and then I dialed in Dad's number, right? And he was like, "I'll be there as soon as possible." He was doing something that day. So
He was busy!
I went back to the counter where I waited. I sat back down and just looked through the window until my dad came.
Oh man.
Just, every car that came by, I just looked at it. And then after like 10 minutes, some of the blood was like dry. You finally,
By that time, you were fine to walk back home.
pretty much. I could have made a full recovery. And then he said, when Dad came back, he was like, got there. He opened the door. He was like, he didn't understand what was happening because I just said I fell off my bike. He didn't think it was that serious, so I guess he took his time. And then
He took his
he saw my arm right here, all the way down here. My shirt was ripped in half, and he said, "This is for real." do you want to go home or do you need a hospital? And then I said we should go to the hospital first. And he was like, okay. He opened the back of the car. We took the crappy car too, like the white one. And he was flipping the chairs down because he needed space to put the bike. And he asked me for help loading in the back wheel. Because he was at the front pulling, and I used my basically non-broken arm and pushed it while my arm was like dangling down.
The man crawled to Husky. Dad's like, get the bike.
Oh wait, no. The reason why we got the bike was I insisted.
Okay,
I
good.
insisted we keep the bike. He was like,
Well, if you insist, then you might as well help out.
yeah, I guess so. And then we closed the door. I sat in the back next to the bike, and I was just clutching it, looking out the window. And then as we neared the healthcare center, like the one, Riverbend, next to the Riverbend Library. Yeah, I think so. There's one over there, right?
What the doctor say?
He said, might be fractured. I don't know, maybe. And then he told me okay, this isn't that important now. The thing is, even in the emergency room, there's a waiting line, right?
Yeah, so you'd be waiting there
imagine
for
a
like 6 hours.
Simple healthcare place. He gave me some gauze, and then told me to put it on, and it was just like some tiny piece, this big maybe. And he put some like tape over it and said, "We'll be right with you."